Guys, you already know this is Jay Henny, aka Henny the Hitch, coming at you right now with another video. And in today's video, what I want to talk about are first dates, the worst and the best first date ideas. And so my previous video, which I will link below, I talked to girls at Six Flags on their ideal first dates. And let me tell you, a lot of girls were like, free food? Nah, you know what I mean? We want the free food. It involved a lot of food. Girls are never not hungry. But what I want to do is I want to, give you guys confidence. I want to be able to give you guys successful first dates because we've all had those awkward first dates. We've all had those times where both mutual parties do not contact each other back after they had a first date. And so it's my job right here to tell you guys some tips so that you have the confidence and you have the knowledge to have a successful first date and many more. And so back to the food part. The first one I want to talk about is a restaurant. And I'm not talking about your ice cream and your Starbucks locations. I'm talking about the places that you dine in, like a Genghis Khan or something like that. I don't know if you guys have heard of that before. Like Genghis Khan, it's a good place though. But I'm talking about a place where you have a waiter. And see, I only see a few pros to, taking a girl out and dining her out, which are she's gonna accept it, because girls, like I said, are never not hungry. And number two, if you're an excellent, conversationalist or you're an extrovert such as myself, then you will have a load of fun. You will be able to, carry on and fill the conversation. On the flip side, a restaurant has many cons to it. And one of the cons is that, it's just you two, you're isolated, and you're going to be there for about at least an hour, 15 minutes. I mean, at least I would want to if I paid for my food. And so if things got awkward, then there really is no escape. You're there for an hour. Also, as well, you feel like you have the need to fill in gaps of silence, or you feel like you have the need to be able to keep, communicating and be able to have the conversation flowing, because the only source of entertainment at that dinner table is conversation. Also, as well, you're relying on the food to be good. So if the food's not good, then it doesn't matter how good, the conversation was or how good the date was. It can still be successful, but the food can always hinder that as well. And who wants to deal with the check at the end of the night on who pays and who doesn't pay? Nobody wants to deal with that. And so therefore, that's why I see restaurants as not a good, I see it as one of the worst first date ideas. Now, a better alternative to, going out to a restaurant and dining in is what I was talking about previously with the coffee and the ice cream dates, because for me, that is one of the best first date ideas is, coffee and ice cream. And the reason why I say that is because with coffee and ice cream, it's a lot cheaper than a restaurant, so your pockets are still going to be looking good. Number two, another pro to it is it's a pick up and go spot. So you don't have to necessarily stay at that coffee shop. You don't have to stay at the ice cream shop. You can just, get your ice cream, get a coffee, and take a walk in the park. You guys get to know each other while you're walking around enjoying some scenery. You know what I mean? Also, coffee can be consumed most people nowadays consume coffee at morning, lunch, and dinner time. So it gives you a more wide spectrum. It gives you, more availability time in order, if you want to ask somebody for a coffee date, you go ahead and ask them. Because, people will generally accept it at any point of the day. Also, as well, with coffee dates too, it's a good spot, to set up a second date. So a coffee joint or an ice cream joint is a good place in order to set up, that second date, because then, you're not going in devious, you're not doing anything extra. It's easy to capitalize, and make your second date, give a little surprise. The first date's kind of like there's no strings attached, nobody's, expecting much of it, and you can still have a good time. And that's why I say the coffee and ice cream date are one of the best first date ideas. So one of my all-time favorites and one of the most known and most used first date ideas, which I think is one of the best, are bars. And why I say that is because, number one, bars are easy to accommodate everybody's schedule. They have good happy hour deals from 5 to 7, and so that once people get off of work, you celebrate with shots. And that brings me to alcohol. With alcohol, it lets people's guards down, It makes the conversation more flowing because people are more confident in themselves. If you may not have been as comfortable or nervous, with alcohol, you're not nervous anymore, and you're more comfortable now. And so that's why I like it as well. It's a good social environment, so you don't feel like, you don't feel the need that you two are just isolated and you guys have to talk to each other. Also, there's external, games at bars, such as pool. There might be a karaoke. There might be as well darts, whatever it may be. There's also other sources of entertainment at most bars, so you don't have to just drink and conversate and eat. That's a plus too. There's food there, but you can also play those external games, like pool, karaoke, darts. Also, as well as that, it's easier to flirt too. You know what I mean? Once you have the alcohol in your system, you guys can tease each other, touch each other a little bit. It makes people more comfortable, and that's why I like, the bar scenes. And most bars close late at night. Drinks, late night, equals fun. We all know the point that I'm getting to when I say that, the late nights and, the drinks in people's system equals a fun time. So you never know what can happen, but being there with alcohol involved too as well, and just the social environment, you can be more flirtatious. You can touch the girl, or the guy if you like to, but you can touch the girl, physically escalate and see where things go. So by the end of the night, when you guys are both leaving, you have set yourself up and you have prepared yourself for the rest of the night and to see where things go. And so that's why bars are one of my number one favorites, and it's one of the best first date ideas. Now, to get on to one of the worst first date ideas, and the most commonly used one, are movies. Do not take anybody or a girl to movies on their first date. And the reason why is there's no communication going on. You're damn near sitting next to a stranger for an hour and a half to 2 hours in a dark room. You know what I mean? Paying for overpriced popcorn. Also, another thing is you can't physically escalate or even get intimate with the person in a movie theater, especially if it's a first date, because you guys, maybe not as comfortable with each other. You just first met each other, so that's awkward if you're trying to hold a girl's hand or put your arm around her. It just makes things awkward for you and her both. Movies are more of like a second date idea, even a third date, fourth date, just on. It's not a first date, idea that you should, put into play when you're trying to ask a girl on a first date. Go ahead and eliminate the movies from that. One of the best first date ideas too as well, an alternative to going to the movies, are bowling. With bowling, it's another social environment. Some bowling, alleyways have drinks too as well, and you guys can get a little competitive, do something that is fun, and get to know each other at the same time, not putting that much pressure on you. And that's why I say, there's not really much to explain with bowling. Like I said, competitive spirit. A lot of bowling alleys have drinks to them. It's not as much pressure for you to go talk, because you can bowl as well, and you guys just have a good fun time and ease into things. You know what I mean? Ease into things as well. So bowling is one of the best first date ideas that I can name as well. One of the other, worst first date ideas as well are the mall, or just shopping areas in general, because what you're doing at that point is you're setting the tone for the relationship. You're putting yourself in the position, to go out and flesh out money, to anybody. So why put that pressure on yourself by going, to a mall? Yes, the pros to a mall are they have, a variety of things. Some malls do have bowling alleys. Some malls do have movies. Some malls, have various things to them and places to eat, to where it gives you a variety of options. But anywhere that's, you're setting the tone wrong. Also, malls are geared more, you can't really get intimate with a girl. You can't really build a connection in a mall, because you're geared more towards group activities, and it's impersonal. You know what I mean? Everybody's trying to sell something at you. Everything involved around money. That's why malls and taking a girl shopping, if she ever says that, or for a first date, run. Tell her no. Think of a better alternative that I gave you previously in the videos, and what I'm about to give you next, which is outdoor activities, which are one of my favorite best first date ideas. Whether that be kayaking. Here in Georgia, we got the lazy river. Maybe that may be hiking, music festivals, whatever it may be. That is one of my favorite first date ideas. And why I say that is because the environment around you, it doesn't put much pressure on you as well, you know what I mean, to keep a conversation flowing. There can be silence because there's a lot of external things going on around you. For example, if you're hiking, you can get into nature, it's just peaceful. If you're at a music festival, you can, tune into the music, and if you don't like the music, you can get away to an area that's not as noisy, and talk to the girl some more. There's drinks, there'll be drinks there as well. With outdoor activities as well, is if you're really in the mood and you're really not comfortable with the girl, or your friends might have another idea, you can tag along friends, and it's not generally looked down upon I mean, for me, for first dates, I really don't like, I like to be more one-on-one. But the thing is, though, is that if you're not as comfortable and you're really nervous about things, if you go, kayaking with some friends, and you invite her along, you guys, have an opportunity to just be by yourselves amongst the group, and you two can talk and be intimate with each other or communicate more to each other than you do the group. Also, as well, keeping you, comfortable as well. And so that's why I like outdoor activities, because you get to get new experiences as well. You get to get fit. Outdoor activities are one of the best first date ideas. And so, in conclusion, I hope you guys found this video helpful. And like I said, some of the best first date ideas are the bars, our coffee and ice cream dates, our bowling, and our outdoor activities. Stay away from dine-in restaurants, stay away from the movies, stay away from the mall, stay away from those locations. You want places that can make you more intimate and suit your needs. And so if you like this video, please like and subscribe. There will be way more videos. I will be having infields come out in the next month of my daily interactions with girls. So stay tuned and let's grow on this journey. Guys, this is Henny the Hitch. I'm in a chill ass mood, but I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching.